Welcome to Toy Polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from Toy Polloi, and today we're going to take a look at fixing this vintage Masters of the Universe Wind Raider. As you can see here, Man-at-Arms has had a little bit of an accident and crashed the Wind Raider, and it's sort of basically had a bit of a bad day. It's lost its wings, it's lost the little anchor sort of harpoon thing from the front, and it really looks in quite a tatty state. So in this video we're going to take this battered old Wind Raider and make it look as good as new. Now I think the first thing we need to do is actually to give the main body section of the Wind Raider a bit of a clean, because as you can see this one's in a fairly filthy state. There's a lot of dust and dirt all over it. It's lost most of its stickers. In fact, it's lost pretty much all of its stickers. There's just a little bit of one left here, so we're going to remove that as well. In fact, it just comes off, as you can see, and then give this a clean. I think the easiest way to do this is the same way that I show in all of my videos, and that's just to use some hot soapy water and a toothbrush to get sort of into the little cracks and crevices there and get the dirt out. It does have one extra sticker that someone's added on the rear of that. This is Booster, so I think we can remove that as well just to start with. Looks like this is just a little bit of clear tape, so should come off fairly easily. I say fairly easy, it's really well stuck on, so maybe a little bit of lighter fluid and the hot water will get rid of that. But really the first thing to do is give this a clean. So I'm going to take this downstairs to the kitchen sink, a bit of hot soapy water, and we'll clean it up, and then we can start looking at fixing the other things. The main problem being obviously that the wings have snapped off. These should fit on like that with an extra post, but that's snapped, and I've got a good way of fixing that, so I'll show you that in a bit. So let's get this all cleaned up. So after a quick wash, you can see that's already made quite a big difference. It's looking an awful lot cleaner. All the dust and grime has gone. Still a little bit wet, just needs to dry off. There are final few little marks left where some paint has rubbed. You can see a little black mark there. There's another one on the yellow sort of winch section as well. These I'm going to remove again, just using a little bit of lighter fluid. This always seems to work well with these little paint marks. So just a tiny bit of lighter fluid on a cotton bud, and then we can just gently rub on those marks, and you'll see that they'll sort of disappear pretty quickly. You can see it's already gone, that one. We'll do the same on the yellow bit there, and again it's gone. I think there are a few other little marks around the ship, so I'm just going to clean those up, and then we can move on to repairing the wings, which is the main issue I think most people have with the Wind Raider: broken wings. Now the most common thing you'll find broken on the Wind Raider is the wings. They snap off just before the sort of main wing section. If I bring in the Wind Raider body, they should sit about that far away from the hole, but because kids sort of put pressure on them, they snap, and there's a little bit of a sort of bad design there in the actual wing, and it just makes it a bit of a weak point. Now I've seen a few people try and restore these with varying results and using sort of all sorts of strange things to do it, but actually there's a very simple way of doing it, and all you're going to need are some Connects rods. Now I've used these Connects rods to fix other Star Wars toys, and you can buy them in multiple colours, and as you can see here, these ones come in a nice sort of orange colour, and if I hold these up against the original wing, you can see it's a pretty good match for the colour of the wing, and we're going to use these to remake the little sort of peg or post that comes out that fits into the Wind Raider. Now most often when these snap, it will snap just at the sort of cross section before the last little sort of ridge part of the wing, and that's a little bit sort of annoying because we've now got to cut a little bit more off, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to get a pair of plastic nippers here, and I'm just going to carefully cut around the cross section. I'm going to cut each piece separately, because what we want is a flat surface to work with. So if I cut those like that, then I can get the plastic nippers over all of those and just trim that off, and we're now left with a nice flat section. Because what we've got to do is drill into the wing bit. We've got to drill into the end of this Connects rod and connect the two pieces together to make a new sort of peg post that will go into the Wind Raider body. So what we're going to do first is drill a hole into this wing. Now the way I'm going to connect these two pieces, normally I would use a piece of Lego, but because we want this to be extra strong, I'm going to use a screw. So we want to just drill in about sort of 1 centimetre into this wing. Now this is a 2.5mm diameter screw, so we're going to drill in a 2.5mm hole into this, and we will do the same into the end of this and then use that to connect the two pieces together. So first let's drill the holes. I'm going to drill one hole into here and one hole into here. Now the first hole I'm going to drill is into this connect rod. Now the great thing about these rods is they are very cheap. I picked up 10 of these for £1 and then £1 postage, so £2 for 10 rods, which means I can fix quite a lot of wind raiders over the years or use them for some other projects. So I've marked a little sort of little dot in the middle of there. I have a 2.5mm drill bit in my drill, and I'm just going to very carefully drill a hole into the end, and you can see that there's a sort of thicker section on the end of this connector rod, so I'm just going to drill into the end of that and stop just before it gets to the sort of cross section piece. And there we go. And I also need to drill a similar hole into the original Wind Raider wing section. So again, I've marked a little hole, if you just about see that there, just as a sort of guide point. And I'm going to drill in about the same sort of distance, so about 1 centimetre into this wing. Again with the 2.5mm drill bit. About the right depth. If you're not sure how deep it's going in, you can push it onto the drill bit, and if you hold your finger where the drill bit sort of ends, put it out, you can see that's about 1 centimetre, so that's about as far in as we need to go. So now we have the holes drilled in both pieces, we need to attach them together. So I have this 2.5mm screw, and that needs cutting down because obviously we don't need the actual head part of it. So I'm just going to use a pair of pliers here to cut this down. And we need about sort of 1.5 centimetres worth of the actual screw to work. So I'm just going to cut like so. And now I'm going to screw the cut end into the connect rod. It should fit in quite easily. You can just use the pliers to grab the actual screw and twist this in. You want to go until it sort of feels like it has reached the bottom of the hole that you've drilled, which is about like that, and that fits in pretty firmly. You could put a bit of glue on if you wanted, but I've found that you don't really need to with this sort of method. And now we can screw that end into the original wing. It should screw in quite nicely, like that. So there you go, you can see that's already a pretty strong fix. That's not going anywhere. Now we need to modify the connect rod so that it will fit into the Wind Raider body. So here we have the Wind Raider body, and if I take the connect rod you can see that just about fits in the end. It's a little bit too tight, but that's alright because we're going to cut this down anyway. So if we look at the end where I've fitted the wing section to, there's a little ridge just a little way down from the top section, and that's where we're going to cut off the rods and make it that length. So I'm just going to get my plastic nippers here and carefully cut through the little cross section pieces, work my way round like so, and the rod comes off. So we can see we're ending up with a little peg that's about the same length as the original wing section. But as you can see, that doesn't quite fit in, but we can easily modify that. If I just take a knife and carefully sort of cut down the edges of these rods, just taking a very tiny amount of plastic off, this will then fit into the Wind Raider body. So just a small amount taken off each, and then I'm also going to take a little bit off that middle section. So you can see it's hardly noticeable what I've taken off, but that will be enough that these will now fit inside the body of the Wind Raider. I've now done the same to the other wing, and we can try fitting these onto the body. You can see it looks pretty good match colour wise. It would be hard pushed to sort of tell that these are not the original bits of plastic, and as you can see they insert very nicely into the original holes on the body, and there we have the Wind Raider wings back in place. And obviously these do rotate round. If you want to glue them, you can. I've not bothered because I think the screw sort of holds them particularly well, and this is only going to be for display. If I was giving this to a child to play with, it might be better to sort of glue them together, because you can unscrew those screws, but for display purposes I think that's going to work really nicely. Another issue with this Wind Raider is the fact that the harpoon sort of anchor bit has snapped off. Now there is no real way of actually reattaching this. I've had a good look at this, and to get the toy apart would involve causing quite a lot of damage, breaking all of the plastic seals, and I think you risk making more damage to the toy than it's actually worth doing. And to be honest, you can pick up versions of this Wind Raider with the anchor attached for very little money. So for this one I'm just going to make it so that it's a good display piece. So I want to actually put this bit of string back inside and have it held in place, and to do that I'm going to use a piece of beading wire, and I'm just going to make a sort of curved bit of beading wire, as you can see there, and carefully poke it through the little hole where the rope should come out, and then with a bit of sort of careful twisting I should be able to get this bit of wire to come out of the wheel hole on the bottom of the ship. It does take a little bit of practice, but it is possible to do. Let me just try that one more time. Nope. And there you go, off camera I was able to do it, because now what we want to do is I'm going to wrap this bit of beading wire around the string of the anchor and make a little loop like that, because I'm going to use the wire to pull this through and get this string to come out of the wheel hole like so. There we go. Because what I want to do is actually just tie a few knots into the end of this so that it can no longer go out of the hole that was the original sort of exit point, and it just looks like that this should work, although it doesn't actually work, but for display purposes it will look a lot nicer than just having the anchor attached to the front. So I can now pull that knot inside the body of the Wind Raider. I'm just going to use a knife or something just to push that through, because it's a little bit of a tight fit now, like so. And now the anchor is attached. Although it won't pull in, it does actually look a lot better, and we can always just wrap the string around the front of the anchor before we sort of hold it in place like so. That looks a lot better. For the stickers I'm going to be using a set that I printed out from the scans that are available on the toyjesus.com website. As you can see here, they're actually some pretty reasonable scans there, so there's no point in me recreating these from scratch. You can just go to his site and download them. I printed these onto sticky back glossy paper at the 100%, which is the exact size that they should come out, so it's a pretty good file. Sometimes you find when you get files off other people's sites they don't print out at the correct size, but this one does. So really all I've got to do now is cut these out and fit them onto the Wind Raider. So it's going to take me a little while because there's quite a few, and there's quite a few sort of odd shaped ones. There's a couple I don't need. As you can see, the tail fin there has the stickers left on, but all of the others I'm going to attach. So let's get these put on the vehicle and then see how it looks. It's taken about 10 minutes to cut out all of these stickers, and I can now go about applying them to the Wind Raider. These are fairly straightforward stickers, and you can actually work out pretty much sort of just from looking at them which sticker goes in which place. You can see this one fits on the front there, and there's a matching one on the back, and then these are sort of stickers for the cockpit area, so they're pretty easy to work out. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these all stuck on, and we can look at the final ship. I have a pair of tweezers here because that does help when removing the backings of these sorts of stickers. And it shouldn't take more than a few minutes to get this looking how it should have done originally. And here we go. Here is the finished Wind Raider with these stickers added. That just sort of adds the final touches to this toy. And now that the wings are back and working, it really does look like it can go back on display. It's a shame that I can't get the anchor working, but really the only way to do that would be to break this whole toy apart, and because of the sort of plastic that's used, I think you'd end up doing more damage than was really sort of necessary to it. And you really can find the body section of this with that bit working quite easily, so I may just go and pick myself up another one just to swap out in the future. But as you can see, with a little bit of work and a little bit of sort of lateral thinking, I've been able to make new prongs to go in for the wings, and they work really nicely. And the fact that the colour matches almost perfectly is just a sort of a lucky bit of toy tinkering there. So that's my Wind Raider going to go back on display here at Toy Polloi. Now I need to say a big thank you to Bas van der Heuvel, who very kindly donated the shell and the sort of broken parts for this Wind Raider, and also to Anthony Williams, who very kindly sent me the anchor to go on the front of it. So I hope this video has been of interest to you, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow Toy Polloi on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.